Okay, so anyway, part two. You know, the theme of what I wanted to talk to you guys about was learning from adversity and moving towards diversity. And I think you can look at, when I say adversity, excuse me, I'm choking while I'm talking. When I say adversity, I'm really talking about it could be a mistake that you've made or errors that you've made, whether it's in your diet, in your workout, in your job, whatever. Look at adversity as just tough times in general. So if you got fired, if you lost your job, if you have been trying to diet and you haven't gotten anywhere, if you're in a bad relationship, just whatever it is that you have as far as, tough times or life not being grand, that's what I'm referring to. But, there's two ways to look at adversity in your life. You can look at it and realize that it's there and sit and complain about it and let it overcome you and let it define you. Or alternatively, you can look at adversity, recognize that it's there, accept it, accept that you cannot necessarily change it. The only thing that you have capable of controlling is your reaction to it. I mentioned that before, and Jack Canfield talked to that effect of events plus reaction equals the outcome. And it really does. There's two ways of looking at everything. And I would often say that during my divorce. And take divorce in general. I've said this before I ever got married, before I got divorced. There's people that, have gone through life and gotten married and divorced, married and divorced, married and divorced, married and divorced. I won't mention any names, but certainly it appears that my ex-husband is going down that route too. Like it's something you order at the drive-thru. Yes, I'd like 2 chicken soft tacos and a wife that doesn't talk to go. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? And then they just keep going and keep going. And what's the deal? They don't ever, see, it just got blurry again. They don't ever learn from their mistakes. And, in a divorce situation, it's not always one person. There's 2 people there. But, with my divorce, I chose to look at that and say, okay, what is it that I can do differently next time? Where did I fail? Why was this happening? Sometimes when things happen in your life, it's hard to deal with when you don't have a reason. But you can sit and whine and complain about how right you are and how wrong the other person is, or how wrong what it is that happened to you is. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. I mentioned this to you before. I can sit and whine about how wrong it was what my ex-husband did. Who cares? It is what it is. He did it. I need to move on. And I need to look at that situation and learn from it and grow from it, which I chose to do. And let me tell you, I learned a lot. That's why I can realistically say, I might, joke about my ex-husband or whatever. But for the time that I was with him, he was the love of my life. He was a great man. And I wish him no harm for the most part. Just kidding. But I chose to learn from that, and honest to God, I see that I'm on the other side of it. I see why it happened. I see that it was a good thing. I see that my life is moving in a much better direction now. I am so happy where I am right now, job stuff aside, and where I'm going to be in the future. And that's just me being completely authentic with you. That is just me being completely genuine. That is exactly how I feel. People that are around me on a day-to-day basis know that's exactly how I feel. I'm not faking it when I say that. Times are tough right now, but you know what? I'll get through it, and this is temporary, and this will pass, period. I can deal with tough times. I've dealt with them before, and, this is making me stronger. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, time to work out today. But anyway, so you can either look at adversity and let it overcome you and turn into one of those angry, bitter people. You can say, hey, I'm not going to get bitter, I'm going to get better. And I'm going to look at this and get stronger and learn from it and dig in and hustle and make an action plan. And make an action plan to either change your life completely or make your situation better. You're never going to look back and say, I wish I hadn't have taken the high road. Ever. You just won't. Believe me. Sometimes it's hard to take the high road, and there's times right now with certain people in my life that I want to say bad things. I want to, get back at them or argue or whatever, but it's not productive and it's not helpful. So you just have to tell yourself every day to forgive, to let go, to move on, and to really just think, positive thoughts, forgive, forget, move on, think positively. I just said that twice. I was trying to say something else too, but you know, when you have the right mindset of it, inevitably things are going to turn around. Sometimes it takes a long time, but you have to have faith and just wait it out. And then when I talked about moving towards diversity, we've talked about this before, but I was thinking about this today because we're talking about eating intuitively and dieting and everything like that. And we're talking about whether it's your job, your workout plan, your diet. Diversity is good in everything. And when I'm saying diversity, I'm talking about don't put all your eggs in one basket. What that means with your job or your income, whether it's for you or your family. The biggest lesson that I've learned this year is to certainly, I will never do what I've done in my past again, which is to just work for one company, give it all I've got, and give too much of all I've got to one basket. I have really enjoyed starting to work and consult with clients, and I have realized I like that. I like having, and it's smart, especially in this economy, especially going forward, to have multiple streams of income. I have learned that. I am starting to learn a lot more from other people to that effect, have multiple streams of income. Some of them might be just a little bit. You know, that's why I'm really focusing too on my Arbonne business again. I've had a lot of people locally that are starting to want to get involved in it. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want? Who can't use an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, and it can go more? You know, get a part-time job. Everybody's getting second jobs right now, and half the people are losing their jobs and you know, opening up meth labs like me. Just kidding. But anyway. You really have to diversify. So that's the way of looking at diversification when you're talking about your income. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Constantly be looking at different opportunities. And then when you are in a job, I mentioned this before, give it all you got. And I have always been that way, but don't just get in a job and be like, whew, I got this going on. No, you need to constantly be training yourself, constantly be learning so that you can offer more where you are, because when you have a job, wherever it is, you should work to the best of your ability. You should give it all you've got. But then also balance that out in other areas so that you know, you're balanced. And I hope I'm verbalizing that right. When you're talking about diversity in your diet, I have been so guilty of, you know, getting too obsessed, and I get into this diet mentality where I'm eating the same thing every single day. That's not good for your body. It's not good for our bodies to be only eating tuna and asparagus every single day. That's why I really like seeing what Jackie has to say. She's very good about having a varied diet and different things, and reading all of these new food blogs that I've told you guys about. See how it just got blurry again? What's up with that? If anybody has any ideas on why my camera is doing that, let me know. But check out these food blogs. These girls, you know, I mean, Kathy's Real Food, Eat, Live, Run, Love of Oats. I love oats. I know I'm not mentioning them all, but please check out the food blogs. Every time I'm on there, I read something and I'm like, I've got to try it. Pumpkin butter, hello? I mean, and they're making these great recipes, and it's like, this is fantastic. I need to get away from having the same stupid thing every day. Sorry guys, my hair's really bothering me today. So there's diversity in your job, in your income, in your working out, your diet, and then in your training. I got a little bit guilty too of kind of doing the same training all the time. Break it up, and that's not just for what it can do for your body. It's great for your body. Our bodies want diversity, but also, you know, it's fun. I started doing yoga about a year or so ago, and I loved it, and I just dipped my toe in the water, and then I stopped doing it because I thought, oh, that doesn't work with weight training. I'd like to do Pilates. I'd like to try a Zumba class. You know, these are all things I want to do, and I think it's good for your body, and it makes it fun. It makes it more exciting. There's too many great programs out there that I want to try. You know who's very good at trying all these new things is Squig. You should check out her blog and her site. She's awesome. But those are things that I really want to focus on. I think I might even have a part 3 for you guys, because I just realized I haven't quoted this. So I'm stopping here. I'm coming on to part 3. I'm kind of in vlog overload right now. Aren't you excited? Hold on.